Vladimir Milić of Yugoslavia. He's a 21-metre thrower, although he hasn't been in that sort of form so far this season. 2027 is best, but now at 26 years of age, 6 feet 2.5. He's one of the shorter of the shot putters, but certainly not lacking in stature, as you can see. Milić was 8th in the Olympic final in Moscow. Has been beaten several times in the past by Britain's Jeff Capes. 20:59 then to beat, to go into the lead in this first round. I think that'll be a difficult task for him. Classical T position at the back of the circle. And that looks to be over 20 from here. It is difficult to see the lines from the commentator position. The lead, incidentally, is 67 6 3/4. That's the translation of 20:59. And Milić will obviously be looking to challenge 20:52, so it's best for the season for him, and that's not bad. So he's only 7 centimetres down on the lead. Great Britain, we've seen a lot of him in the United Kingdom. Gavryushin of the Soviet Union, 23 years old, yet another shot putter to come from behind the Iron Curtain in these European Championships. There have been so many in the past who've come along and surprised everyone and taken the gold and silver and bronze medals. He's reputed to have a best of 20 metres and 79 this year, so he's going to be dangerous. Very steady approach, a very big man, and that looks to be around about the 20-metre line again. 20 metres would be 65 feet 7.5. I don't think that's going to challenge Beyer's lead at the moment. 13 men in the competition. The championship record, 21 metres and 8, and that's held by Hartmut Brišnik of the GDR, set right back in 1971, and Udo Beyer repeated it in 1978. 20 metres and 6 then for Gavryushin of the Soviet Union, of Vladimir Kiselyov of the Soviet Union, who one has to say was a surprise winner of the Olympic final in Moscow in 1980. 1940 incidentally converts to 63 feet 7 3/4. Kiselyov, by no means the favourite for the Olympic title, beat Udo Beyer, and not too many people have done that in the past. Beyer, who's in this competition and leading at the moment with 20 metres and 91. Unfit though he may have been in Moscow, Kiselyov came through with a massive throw of 21 metres and 35, and that was good enough to win. 21:09 this season, former European junior champion, and that's an enormous strike on the shot. That looks to be well over 20 metres. He's a very powerful man, not big and not too rangy, but he has power. In other words, he can move his body weight very quickly and apply his strength quickly, and that's what makes a good shot putter. He's athletic. He nestles the shot at the back of the circle, 20 metres and 37 on the board, so he's not in the lead at the moment, but look how low he is, and a good active right leg in the middle of the circle, and then he drives and lifts off his legs, and the end result, 20 metres and 37 centimetres, which is 66 feet 10. So the standard already very, very high indeed in this European shot final. And here's another East German, Peter Block, now 27 years old, not one of their better known shot putters, but one asset he has is height. He's 6 feet 6 3/4 tall, and puts in the traditional East German fashion. That's to say the shot is way behind the neck and the elbow comes up over the top. And he shrugged his shoulders there, perhaps expecting a little more from that put. He was 4th in the East German Championship, so that gives you some idea of him. But he's very tall, therefore his technique has to be simple, and it is, but it's effective. 20 metres and 43 on the board. That's 6 centimetres down on his first round throw. And so he's in with a chance, that's for sure. And a surprising Czechoslovakian in next, Ron, Machura, recently threw well over 21 metres, and that was a surprise.
Yes, and it will be another surprise if he does it in this competition, sir, because as many of the audience will now appreciate, there are ups and downs in these events, and one has to come clean and say that where the testing is stringent. There are a number of performances that go down. I'm not casting any aspersions in Mr. Machura's direction, but it is an event which does fluctuate in terms of championship performances. And when you were saying, Stuart, earlier that that Peter Block was a very tall man at 6 3/4, and that Kiselyov was a small man, it's all relative, because he's the smallest in the competition at 6'1". Here's another man who's 6'1½". I think he's spun out to the front, come over the edge of that stop board. So it's all relative. Just checking down, 6'1" is the shortest in the competition. 17 stone is the lightest in the competition. There are 2 or 3 hovering on 20 stone and 1 man over 20 stone.
So we're 4 throws into the second round. The lead, Beyer, 20 meters and 91, 68 feet 7 1/4. In second place, Bojārs of the Soviet Union, a Russian, 20 meters and 75, 68 feet 1, and 20 meters and 59 to Machura, who's just had the no throw. He's in third. Machura drives hard off the right foot, then plants it and drives against, but there's too much forward momentum and he falls out of the front and therefore registers the no throw. He must stay behind that stop board if the throw is to be registered, and his weight is too far forward and he falls out. Vladimir Milić of Yugoslavia, 20 meters and 52, so it's a very close competition throughout this. Lots of men around 2050, so it's 2050 to 2090. There are about 5 men between those distances. Milić, European indoor champion this year, looking to extend his 2052. He's quite fast and good technique too, and that's way over 20 meters, and looks to be around a repeat of his first round throw. 8-9. Beyer, world record holder, and the man who's only been beaten 4 times in the last 6 seasons. Beyer, one of the world's 22-meter throwers, looked very close to a no-throw situation there, but he gets the white flag. His heel just crept over the top of the stop board, and it looked a very nice throw indeed. Beyer has always been immensely strong. He's always been so fast and also so consistent during the latter stages of a competition. Let's just have a look at the technique very closely. He sinks and waits to drive off the right leg and then accelerates into the throw. 20 meters and 61. Of East Germany, the winner of yet another European title. In second place, Jānis Bojārs of the Soviet Union, 20 meters and 81. Beyer's distance, 20 meters and 91, 68 7 1/4. And in third place, Machura of Czechoslovakia with 20 meters and 59 at 67 6 3/4. And what can you say about Beyer? Every major title in the book.
I'll be back.